Hello guys, Harshit here. In this video, we are going to be building a calculator project in Python which looks like this. So let's get building. So I'm in a new folder and I'm going to create a new Python file called calc.py or calculator.py, and we'll just close this. So now we are going to just start by a comment saying this is a calculator made with Python. So I mostly add all of many comments in my program just to remind me of what I am doing here. So the first thing we are going to do is we are going to take two integers as an input. So number 1, we are going to name this number 1, but also keeping in mind we are following the rules for naming a variable, which I have discussed in the basics of Python part 2. So check that out. And this is going to be an integer input, and we are going to ask number or first number. We are also going to make some changes, little changes to our project. So I am using this non-graphic character of giving a tab space, and same for this to second number, tab space. And now what it will do is ask two numbers as an input. Now we are going to learn a new topic called as functions. So function is a predefined statement, predefined set of statement which we can use throughout the program. So we can create it by using the def. So it is defining a function and the name. So we are going to have it as add and a semicolon, and here we are going to first create a new variable called sum, and we are going to add the first number and the second number, and then we are going to print the sum is and a comma, and we are going to print sum. So we must come out of the indent, only then it means that the function has been completed. And we are going to create another function called subtract and a set of parentheses, and here we are going to have the difference, or we'll just call this diff is number 1 minus number 2. So then we are going to print the difference is diff, and here another one which is going to be called multiply. And multiply is equal to number 1 multiplied. So this is the multiplied symbol, and number 2, and we are going to print the product is so it is product, and this is also be going to call product. And here another we are going to call this divide. So I think I have forgot to mention the operators to the user, so we'll do that in a jiffy. And here the quotient is number 1 by number 2. So if the user gives this as gives the value of number 1 or number 2 as 0, we'll probably get an error, but we'll continue with this. So don't feel free to make changes to your code. And speaking of code, I also have given the link in the description for the GitLab repository for this project. So the links are given in the description, so I'll just give spaces, and now we'll just add comments. So comments are used for making notes. So there's a small disadvantage when using Python. If you have used other languages, you might notice that there is no multi-line comment for Python, but you can add documents by providing 3 double quotes and by providing 3 double quotes and using this as a multi-line comment. So now here we are going to print the operators are, and we are going to give a new line, and that one is add. Okay, I'll just copy this so that we don't waste time. And to subtract, so and 3 multiply. So I'm just using the basic arithmetic here. If you want, you can also have the square root and all those things. Okay, now we are going to check for what the user's input is. So we are going to have an input, so operator input. So now it will just be empty over here, or we'll just have this. Okay, now we are going to check if the value of operator is equal to 1. So if they give 1, we must do the add thing over here. So now mostly we'll get an error because we are defining the function over here, so we must define it first, like over here. Okay, and we are going to, for now we are going to copy all of this and paste it here. So 4 operators, and we are going to have an else. So if you don't have an else, we'll get an error. We're just going to print wrong operator. So over here, so if you are using some other editor, if you're using PyCharm, you don't have this option. So I can just edit multi-line over here, and this is going to be subtract, multiply, and divide. So make sure you have the same order like you gave over here. So 1 is add, 2 subtract, 3 is multiply, and 4 is divide. So it's 2, 3, and 4. Now let us test our app now. Okay, Okay, here I'll just increase the size. And now Python 3. So Python, if you are using Python 3, you are in the safe side, because normally some of the division is not good in Python 2, as it might return some different values. So we are going to go with Python 3 space calculator.py, and it's asking for the first number. We'll just give 1, and the second number 2. So it is asking for the operator, so we'll just give the operator as 1. So it says wrong operator, because we have the input as an integer input, normal input. We need to have this as an integer input. And now we'll save and we'll run again. 1, 2 and 1. So the sum is 3. So you can test it out for all the things. So 1, 2 and 2. So the difference is -1. So that's all, guys. You have finished a project in your first project in Python. I'll see you on the next video with more projects. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and have a good day.